सच्चिदानन्दं वासुदेवं व्रजप्रियं धर्मसंस्थापकं वीरं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुं। ईश्वर भक्ति भाव से बहती संस्कारों की धारा, भारत माँ की सेवा में गीता परिवार हमारा, गीता परिवार हमारा। ईश्वर भक्ति भाव से बहती संस्कारों की धारा, भारत माँ की सेवा में गीता परिवार हमारा, गीता परिवार हमारा। सच्चिदानन्दं वासुदेवं व्रजप्रियं संस्थापकं वीरम् कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुम्। ईश्वर भक्ति भाव से बहती संस्कारों की धारा, भारत माँ की सेवा में गीता परिवार हमारा, गीता परिवार हमारा। ईश्वर भक्ति भाव से बहती संस्कारों की धारा, भारत माँ की सेवा में गीता परिवार हमारा, गीता परिवार हमारा। संस्कृति का वैभव जग में सबसे न्यारा,
जय भारत माँ, जय गीता माँ, जय भारत माँ, जय गीता माँ।
भारतीय संस्कृति का वैभव जग में सबसे न्यारा, ज्ञान और विज्ञान यहीं से सबने पाया सारा, सबने पाया सारा। कुछ भूलों से हारा फिर से जीते देश हमारा, गीता परिवार हमारा, गीता परिवार हमारा।
जय भारत माँ, जय गीता माँ, जय भारत माँ, जय गीता माँ।
त्यागशील सेवा व्रतधारी युवा जगे पुरुषार्थी,
जय भारत माँ, जय गीता माँ, जय भारत माँ, जय गीता माँ।
त्यागशील सेवा व्रतधारी युवा जगे पुरुषार्थी, वैज्ञानिकता विनय सभ्यता स्वभाव हो निस्वार्थी, स्वभाव हो निस्वार्थी। देशभक्ति में तेजस्वी हो फिर समाज यह सारा, गीता परिवार हमारा, गीता परिवार हमारा।
जय भारत माँ, जय गीता माँ, जय भारत माँ, जय गीता माँ।
शिवाजी बुद्ध गगन के तारे,
जय भारत माँ, जय गीता माँ, जय भारत माँ, जय गीता माँ।
महावीर गोविंद शिवाजी बुद्ध गगन के तारे, परंपरा की पुण्य चेतना उर में हम सब धारे, उर में हम सब धारे। बाल हृदय में उसे जगाकर जगे देश यह सारा, गीता परिवार हमारा, गीता परिवार हमारा।
जय भारत माँ, जय गीता माँ, जय भारत माँ, जय गीता माँ।
समर्थ बनाओ, बंधु भाव समता ममता से सबको गले लगाओ, सबको गले लगाओ। चलो विवेकानंद मार्ग पर, शुभ संदेश हमारा, गीता परिवार हमारा, गीता परिवार हमारा। ईश्वर भक्ति भाव से बहती संस्कारों की धारा, भारत माँ की सेवा में गीता परिवार हमारा, 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 गीता परिवार हमारा।
जय श्री कृष्णा।
हंसते हंसाते खेलते खिलखिलाते आओ सीखें गीता गाते गुनगुनाते, संग कान्हा बंसी धुन सुनते सुनाते, सूत्र मन के कुछ गहरे जानते जनाते। पुण्य कमाने के हैं अनेक साधन, गीता पाठ है उन सभी में सर्वोत्तम। देर किस बात की अब क्या अड़चन, जुड़कर लिंक से आज ही करे शुभारंभ। आओ सीखें अनन्य भक्ति के गुण, कैसे रहना सम सभी परिस्थितियों संग। जाने रहस्य संसार के अति सूक्ष्म, 12 व 15वें से करें नव जीवन प्रारंभ। गीता पढ़े पढ़ाए एवं जीवन में लाए, लक्ष्य अब एक यही, लगी यही लगन। हमें केवल 40 मिनट आपके चाहिए, दे अवसर सेवा का कक्षा में पधारिए। है छिपा हुआ सबके भीतर एक अर्जुन, गीता परिवार करता आप सभी का सुस्वागतम। रजिस्टर नाउ reg.learngita.com। 11 जुलाई 2022 से प्रारंभ।
सुन गैया, बोल कन्हैया, कलयुग में गीता श्लोक सिखाया जा रहा है। कहाँ कान्हा? गीता परिवार के ऑनलाइन जूम पर 20 दिनों में 2 अध्यायों का संस्कृत में शुद्ध पठन, गीता गुंजन सर्टिफिकेट मिलेगा। साप्ताहिक गीता अर्थ विवेचन सत्र, 4 स्तरों पर संपूर्ण भगवद गीता का निःशुल्क प्रशिक्षण, सभी अध्यायों के निःशुल्क PDF, ऑडियो व वीडियो सामग्री मिलेगी। संस्कृत व्याकरण के लिए अतिरिक्त कक्षाएं होंगी। जून 2020 से अब तक 131 देशों से 4 लाख से अधिक गीता प्रेमी साधकों को प्रवेश। तो चलो हम भी चलें। reg.learngita.com। आओ हम भी चले, रजिस्टर नाउ। Welcome to free online Gita classes. It's a journey of mantras. We learn Gita shloks in 4 levels. In first level, we learn 2 adhyay in 20 days. Then we will get a precious Gita Gunjan certificate. We conduct extra grammar classes to learn Sanskrit easily. You will get free audio, video and PDF of adhyayas. There are amazing weekly interpretation sessions. This class is conducted 40 minutes a day, 5 days in a week, in 13 time slots and in 12 languages. What are you waiting for? Join fast. Register now on reg.learngita.com. Hurry up and join fast. Jai Shri Krishna. अरे ओ कान्हा, रुक तो जरा, भाग भाग के कहाँ जा रहा है? मैया, गीता परिवार के ऑनलाइन जूम क्लास में गीता सिखाया जा रहा है। मैं वही जा रहा हूँ। जरा यह तो बता, वहाँ होता क्या है? मेरे भक्त गीता का शुद्ध उच्चारण करते हैं, मुझे आनंद आता है। आज ही गीता के श्लोक सीखने के लिए रजिस्टर करें। रजिस्टर नाउ reg.learngita.com। गोपियों, तुम भी चलो गीता सीखने के लिए। मैं आ रहा हूँ।
सच्चिदानन्दं वासुदेवं व्रजप्रियं धर्मसंस्थापकं वीरं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुम्। ईश्वर भक्ति भाव से बहती संस्कारों की धारा, भारत माँ की सेवा में गीता परिवार हमारा, गीता परिवार हमारा। ईश्वर भक्ति भाव से बहती संस्कारों की धारा, भारत माँ की सेवा में गीता परिवार हमारा, गीता परिवार हमारा।
जय भारत माँ, जय गीता माँ, जय भारत माँ, जय गीता
संस्कृति का वैभव जग में सबसे न्यारा।
जय भारत माँ, जय गीता माँ, जय भारत माँ, जय गीता माँ।
भारतीय संस्कृति का वैभव जग में सबसे न्यारा। ज्ञान और विज्ञान यहीं से सबने पाया सारा, सबने पाया सारा। कुछ भूलों से हारा फिर से जीते देश हमारा, गीता परिवार हमारा, गीता परिवार हमारा।
जय भारत माँ, जय गीता माँ, जय भारत माँ, जय गीता माँ।
त्यागशील सेवा व्रतधारी युवा जगे पुरुषार्थी।
जय भारत माँ, जय गीता माँ, जय भारत माँ, जय गीता माँ।
सेवा व्रतधारी युवा जगे पुरुषार्थी वैज्ञानिकता विनय सभ्यता स्वभाव हो निस्वार्थी स्वभाव हो निस्वार्थी देशभक्ति में तेजस्वी हो फिर समाज यह सारा गीता परिवार हमारा गीता परिवार हमारा।
जय भारत माँ।
Jai Shri Krishna. On the behalf of Geeta Parivar, I, Arya Indani, welcome all the enthusiasts to today's Level 2 Geeta Grammar class. Folding our hands before the Almighty, let's start today's session with a beautiful opening prayer. Vasudeva Sutan Devam Kansa Chanuramardanam Devaki Paramanandan Krishnam Vande Jagadgurum Krishnam Vande Jagadgurum. I feel honored to introduce our today's speaker, Kavita Verma Didi. She is Geetavarti Geeta Pravīṇa, also is disciple of Swami Govind Dev Giriji Maharaj, and has completely by-hearted Bhagavad Gita. She is one of the program coordinators heading program organization and team and Gita management team. Kavita Didi.
Yes.
I would like to request you to take over the
Jai Shri
platform.
Krishna, everyone. Give me a minute. ये नहीं रहा है कैमरा, कैप्चर नहीं कर रहा है। Okay, Jai Shri Krishna, everyone. For level 2, I welcome for level 2 grammar class. So we have completed level 1 and now we are in level 2, and also we are attending level 2 grammar class. That means we are going to see some advanced level rules of grammar. So basically we don't talk about the grammar deeply in this session, but whatever rules or whatever sutras are useful in learning Bhagavad Gita, those sutras we cover in this grammar session. So for level 1 we have different pattern, and level 2 we have some other additional rules and other sutras. So we will see here in level 1 grammar class. Many of you have asked so many questions which we haven't given answer, because we have told that in next level we will see. So also in this class also maybe you will have some questions which we will not give answer, because in level 3 and level 4 also we have different rules. So some rules we will explain in level 3 and level 4. So you have to wait till level 4. So when you will complete the course, then only you will get to know about every rule, everything. So, but slowly we will try to catch everything, because at one class, only in one class, if you will convey everything, that will be difficult to receive everything for your mind. So let's begin for level 2. So we will begin with the prayer. वसुदेवसुतं देवं कंसचारूरमर्दनं देवकी परमानन्दं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुं. Yes. Anshuman Bhaiya, can we get only PDF, like without having the side screen? Yeah, you can start with the first slide. So first is, we have seen already, we have seen this thing in level 1 grammar class. It's from like we have 5 places to speak the words. So we have different sounds, and these sounds are divided according to the places. So we have 5 places, like first is throat, kantha. So all the kantha varnas, or the sounds which are produced by the kantha, are produced from the kantha. So we use kantha to produce these sounds. So what are these sounds? So first is ka, kha, ga, gha, nga. So these are the kantha sounds. So we use kantha to produce these sounds. So first is ka varga. Now we have all the vyanjanas, and we have divided all the vyanjanas in 5 groups. So these are called 5 different groups or samuh. So first is ka varna, ka samuh. Then we have cha samuh. Then we have ta, and then ta varga, then pa varga. We have 5 different vargas or 5 different samuh. So first is ka varga, where we have ka, kha, ga, gha, nga, 5 varnas. And the 5th varna of every group is nasal consonant. So this is little bit different. We have seen in level 1 grammar class also. So like ka, kha, ga, gha are 4 consonants. We only use our kantha to produce this ka, kha, ga, gha. But when we have to say nga, then along with the kantha, you have to use your nose also. So nasal consonant, that is called nasal consonant, because we are using the place kantha, and also we are using our nose, nasal consonant. So nga, nga. Whenever you say nga, nya, ana, whatever these sounds, the 5th varna of every letter, then we have to use 2 places. One is the place of that group, the common place. Another is nasal. So another is nose. So we use 2 places. That's why it's called nasal consonant. Rupal Didi has come maybe, so she will continue. And yes, next we have talu. So talavya varnas. So like we have cha, cha, ja, jha, nya. So these cha, cha, ja, jha, nya are talavya. Talavya varnas. So cha, cha, ja, jha are 4 varnas. Then nya we have nasal consonant. Because to pronounce this talavya varnas, we have to use our talu. What is talu? So the roof of your mouth is called talu. We say cha, cha, ja, jha. You yourself can observe the place. So whenever you say cha, cha, ja, jha, we have to touch our talu. So tongue goes to our talu. That place is called talu. So these are called talavya varnas. Cha, cha, ja, jha, nya. Then also we have sha. You can see on screen. It is written sha. So sha is also pronounced from the talu. We have 3 different sha. Sa, sha, sha. So one sa is produced from teeth. So that is called dantya sa. Another is from murdha. So this is called murdhanya sha. And one more sha we have that produced from the talu. That is called talavya sha. So this cha varga, this cha group and the sha. So sha is also, sha belongs to this talavya group. That means whenever we have to say sha, we have to touch our talu. And this is like a common problem in every class. Almost we have this kind of people who are not able to differentiate between sa, sha, sha. They always make mistake. Whenever they say sa, maybe they are saying sha or kha. Sometimes they say sha instead of sa. So how to rectify this problem? So we have to observe the place. So whenever we are saying sa, we have to touch our teeth. Sa, sa. If we want to say murdhanya sha, then we have to touch the murdha, the place murdha. Where is murdha? So next to your teeth, above your mouth, next to your teeth is called murdha. Sha, sha. Then if you want to pronounce talavya sha, then you have to touch your talu. Sha, sha. So that is difference. So whenever if you feel difficulty to pronounce sa, sha, sha, or you are not able to differentiate between the sounds sa, sha, sha, then always just do this practice and try to observe the place. Then you would be able to differentiate the sounds sa, sha, sha. So this is one we have sha, that is another sha. So we produce from talu. So cha varga. This is called talavya sha. Then we have murdhanya sha. So we already have talked what is murdha. Next to your teeth, above side and before the talu, the place is called murdha. We will also see the diagram later in this session only. So next we have ta varna. All the ta varga, ta group will be pronounced from the murdha only. Ta, tha, da, dhana. Ta, tha, da, dhana. So these sounds will be produced from the murdha. So like ta, tha, you can observe when you are saying ta, tha, da, your tongue touches your murdha. So these are called murdhanya varnas. Now the another sha we have murdhanya sha, that also pronounced from your murdha. So these are called murdhanya varnas. Then we have danta varnas. Danta varnas means when our tongue touches our teeth and we are uttering the words, like we are uttering the syllables like ta varga, ta group. So ta, tha, da, dha, na. These are called dantya varnas. Means we are touching our teeth to pronounce these varnas. Also one sa, because we have three different sa. So the sa, like this dantya sa will be also produced from the teeth only. Ta, tha, da, dha, sa, sa. So this sa will come from your teeth. So you can just try right now only. So whenever you are saying ta, tha, da, dha, and sa, so your tongue is touching your teeth. You can observe. And for murdhanya, you have to say sha, ta, tha, da, dha, sha. For talavya, you have to say cha, cha, ja, jha, sha. So these are three different places for sha, sha, sa, and cha varga, ta varga, and ta varga. Now fifth group we have pa varga or pa group. So that is oshtya. These varnas are called oshtya because whenever we pronounce these varnas pa, pha, ba, bha, ma, we have to touch our lips, or our lips will touch each other. So above lip and the next lip will touch each other. So like pa, pha, ba, bha, ma, like this. So these are called oshtya varnas, pa, pha, ba, bha, ma. One more thing, like this pha, we don't have fa sound in Sanskrit, but pha. So whenever you have to say like phalam, yagya, dana, tapah, karma, or like sarva karma phalatyagan. So don't say sarva karma phalatyagan, not phalatyagan, but phalatyagan. Pha. So in Sanskrit, in like Urdu, we say afreen, fa, or in English also we have coffee, fo. But in Sanskrit we have pha, phool, phal, not fa. We don't say phal, but phal. Our lips touch each other. So like pha, pa. So pa, pa, ba, bha, ma. And when you are saying ma, you have to touch your lips also, and also your nose is also involved here. So pa, ma. Ma is nasal consonant for these varnas. Now we have some more combinations, like we have a, I, o, au, wa, and all other nasal consonants. So I would request Rupal Didi now. She has come for us to take the class. Rupal Didi.
Jai Shri Krishna. Thank you so much, Kavita Didi, for managing the class and the starting. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Let's continue today's class. Kavita Didi is telling about the places of articulation. We are getting the question why we are focusing so much on this topic, why we are taking so long, seeing these letters, from where we should pronounce the kava group, cha group, ta group, ta group, pa group. Why to give so much focus on that? Because our 50% mistakes are Hrasva and Dirgha. The shorter and longer. We say Nashakno Shimai Sthiram. We say sometimes Nashakno Shimai Sthiram. Nakshakno Shimai Sthiram. We just make in the flow the shorter word, the longer one. Nashakno Shi. And when we have Athai Tadapya Shaktosi, and when we have some Dirgha Varnas, we say little shorter one. So we are making short word longer and longer word the shorter one. So that happens, that are the 50% mistakes. But 50% corrections are in our pronunciation related to the place from where we are pronouncing the letters. Sometimes we say Dantya Sakara as Talavya Shakara as Dantya Shakara. Sometimes we are not able to differentiate what is the difference between ha, and visarga, how to pronounce the rape, and these are the letters. When we listen to our teachers, when we listen to some in grammar class or anyone in Vivechana, so we feel very nice. We feel very good that they are pronouncing so nicely, so clearly. All the letters are coming as filtering. So that happens. Why this happens? Because they are pronouncing each letter from the particular place, from where it should be pronounced. And they are not making the longer, shorter and shorter, longer. That doesn't happen. That's why when we listen that pronunciation, when we listen that perfect pronunciation, we feel so nice. That is Karna Priya. We use that word. That is lovable to hear when we listen that pronunciation. That's why we are focusing so much on this point, on this topic, from where the letter should be pronounced, how to pronounce it. We are not telling fool in Sanskrit. In Sanskritam, we have phulam, phalam. We are not using, if we say fool, so fool is having different meaning in English, and that becomes something else in Sanskrit. So in Sanskrit, we have phool, phulam, phalam, phulo, dudho nahao, puto phalo. We tell and bless in our blessings. So that is pha, that is not fa. And when we are pronouncing Maitra, Karuna, Vacha, so that is not Kha. That is actually called Jibva Mulya. That is the term in famous in grammar. But we are not going deep into that. We are just knowing what is there. We don't need to remember everything, but we know. That is called Jibva Mulya. Maitra, Karuna, Vacha. That is not Kha. In Sanskritam, we have Kha. And this is Jibva Mulya. Kha. Kha. In Urdu, we use this word kh, takhrib, like that. So that is something else. That is Jibva Mulya. That is not the kh letter. So we should know the places of articulations. On next slide, we have the chart given for this. Can we have next slide? Yes, and another one. Yes, Charanasthanani. You have L2 grammar PDFs in your languages, Tamil, Telugu, Kannada. I am very happy to announce that we have prepared all the 10 languages L2 grammar. So you don't need to refer Hindi and English now. we are referring our own language, our own regional language, and we can see the grammar rules in our language. So we have this chart given over that, given in that PDF. If you have taken printout, that is very much good. If you have not taken yet, please take the printout. If possible, you can take color printout also, so that we can see the things clearly, because we work so much on the colors to make that clear for us. So you can take color printout also, or black and white also. So that would be great. So this chart is given in that PDF. Here we can see in our face itself, where are the places from where we recite these words. So we have 5 types of sthanas, that is kanthya. Kantha is one sthana, throat is one sthana. From the throat, the letters pronounced from the throat called kanthya. The letters pronounced from the talu called talavya. The letters pronounced from the murdha called murdhanya. The letter pronounced with the teeth, that is called dantya. And when we take help of oshtha, that is called lips. So when we take the help of lips, that is called oshtya, because in Sanskritam we have the word oshtha, not hot. That is upbhransha. That is the disturbed form, we can say. So that is oshtha actually in Sanskrit for the lips. That is the word. That's why we say oshtya, pa, pha, ba, bha, ma. So these are the words. So this chart is clear to us. Anunasik, when we take the help of our nasika, our nose, that those words are called anunasika. So yes, previous slide please, so that we can see. We have sutras for this. And how to know that, yes, this is the Uchcharan Sthan, this is the place of articulation for this particular letter. So we have different sutras. This is also given in your grammar PDF. We are not saying something new. So we have for Kanthavarnas, Akuhu Visarjaniyanang Kanthaha. So this is the sutra. This recording will be available on YouTube. You can see, you can watch this later. So you can take a screenshot now or later, or everything is given in your PDF. You can just refer your PDFs. So this is the sutra, Kuhu Visarjaniyanang Kantha. Here we can say a, and ku means ka group. How to get the meaning from the sutra? I will be telling just 1-2 sutras, not going into deep. Akuhu Visarjaniyanang Kantha. These are the letters pronounced from the throat. Kantha. So akuha, a is a word, a vowel, then ku. Ku means ka group. That is the noun. That is the particular sangya given for that. Ku means ka group. Chu means cha group. Tu means ta group. Tu means ta group. And pu means pa group. In every sutra we will be having this. So akuha, a, then ka group, ka, kha, ga, ganga, then ha, and visarjaniyana means visarga. We have these letters pronounced from the throat. From this sutra we are getting this, and this is given in Ashtadhyay. So we have the pramana, we have the authority, we have some authentication there. Then next sutra is Ichu Yashanan Taluhu. Here E, first letter is E. Then Chu means cha group, cha, cha, ja, ja, ya. Then Ichu Yashanan Talu, ya and sha. That talavya, shakara. These are the letters pronounced from the talu. So we have given these sutras also. You can just refer for your knowledge. We will not be getting so much when we are preparing for NET from Sanskrit. Then we will need these sutras. Otherwise, we don't need this. Just to refer that, just to know that yes, there are sutras for this. Yes, we will move on to the next slide. Yes, now we have the concept of avagraha. In level 2, we have taken some points which are so much questionable in level 1, and we didn't have that in previous level. But here we are discussing in detail. So if you have any question left, you can take that, you can ask that question directly at the end of the session by raising your hand and switching on your videos. So yes, avagraha. What is avagraha? Avagraha is looking like S when we write, but that is not complete S. We have a particular sign for that. So that is avagraha. And what is avagraha? why it is used in the shlokas. So in old Sanskrit, very old Sanskrit, we used to not have these avagrahas used in the Sanskrit literature. But later on, the rishis, the sages, the saints, they thought that in upcoming generations, we must be not getting these Sanskrit letters and Sanskrit meaning very easily. So they put for our easier, so that we can get it easily, they put avagraha there, so that when we separate these words, we get that there is one avagraha, there is one a. When the a has got invisible because of sandhi, because of conjunction, then at the place of that avagraha comes. Avagraha does not mean, that is not needed that avagraha will be there. Sometimes you will not find that. But there is sandhi and a has got invisible. So avagraha is just to get the meaning and just to know that yes, there is a. When we are separating those words, we can get the meaning easily. As in 12th chapter, we have 10th shloka. Abhyasepya samarthosi, samarthosi. So samartha asi. And where we have put that avagraha, samarthosi. Samarthosi can be one word also, and it can have different meaning also. That's why we have avagraha to indicate yes, we need to separate there are two words, we need to separate that, and when we will separate, we will get one a, and that will be having a different meaning. So abhyasepya samarthosi, abhyase api asamartha asi. Asamartha asi, because of conjunction, it becomes samarthosi. Samarthosi, and avagraha comes there. Avagraha is not having a particular pronunciation actually, but we are not pronouncing the dirgha, the longer letters correctly too. So when we hear the shloka, when we listen that shloka, to get properly, we are telling that to make that previous matra, that given matra, longer one. So we are telling that is the pronunciation of avagraha. But we can do that, either we cannot do that. There is no problem, because avagraha is not having a particular pronunciation. It is just the purpose. When we are listening the shloka, we can, at the time of listening, while listening only, we can get the meaning. That is the purpose. We make the previous matra longer one. So this is as we have in 12th chapter 5th shloka, klesho dhikatarastesham. In Hindi we have that sign. In English we just have to put apostrophe sign there. So klesho dhikatarastesham, kleshaha adhikataram asti. That adhikataram, kleshaha adhikataram. First there is visarga sandhi. After the visarga sandhi there is swar sandhi. Because of swar sandhi, the a has got invisible. Adhikataram. So there is not dhikataram, there is adhikataram. This is the word there. So klesha adhikataram, because of sandhi, that has become one word, and because this is one word, we are putting apostrophe s, and a has got invisible. So that is klesho dhikatarastesham. Klesho dhikatarastesham. Klesho dhikatarastesham avyaktasakta chetasam. So we pronounce it like this. This is the concept of avagraha. Yes, next slide, please. Now we have one more concept of meters, chandas. In our scriptures, we have 6 Vedangas, that is Jyotisha, that one is Chanda, Vyakarana, Nirukta, Kalpa, Jyotisha. These are the 6 Vedangas. What is Vedanga? Vedanga means, to study Vedas, first we should have a basic knowledge. As when we are going to study English, we should have a basic grammar knowledge. When we are going to learn the maths, we should have the knowledge of 1, 2, 3 like this. So to study Vedas, before studying Vedas, we should have the knowledge of Vedangas. Otherwise, we are going to interpret Vedas differently. We are going to get the different meaning. Something is going to happen there. That's why Vedangas study is very much important before studying the Vedas. So in Vedangas, we have one Chanda also. I'm just telling the importance of Chanda. to get the proper meaning, how to separate the word, how to just do the vigraha of those letters. That happens. That is the chanda, meter. In Bhagavad Gita, Lord has just chosen 2 chandas. He has just used 2 chandas. One is Anushtup chanda, one is Trishtup chanda. What is chanda? When we recite some shloka, we have a different tone. As we have Vasant Tilka, Ukta Vasanta Tilka Tubhaja Jagaugaha. So we have a different tone for that. When we are reciting the Anushtup Chanda, Evam Satata Yukta Ye Bhakta Swam Paryupasate, we have this tone. And when we are reciting the 15th chapter, we come to the Trishtup Chanda. We have Niramana Moha Jita Sanga Dosha Adhyatma Nitya Vinivritta Kama. So we see how we are just switching to different tones. That tone, that lay is because of chanda only, meter only. We have different counting of letters in that one particular quarter. So in Bhagavad Gita, we just have 2 chandas. In Bhagavad Gita, we have 2 chapters, smallest. First is 12th chapter. Second smallest is 15th chapter. Why? Both chapters are having 20 shlokas only. Why we are telling that 12th chapter is the smallest one? Because in 12th chapter, we have less numbers of letters. We have only used Anushtup Chanda. But in the 15th chapter, we have more letters, more numbers of letters, because there is in 5 shlokas, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th and 15th. In these shlokas we have used, we can see there is Trishtup Chanda. So we have more letters. That's why 12th chapter is the smallest one and second smallest chapter is 15th chapter. So just this is the difference, letter difference. In Anushtup Chanda, we have 32 letters. In Trishtup Chanda, we have 44 letters. And how to separate these, how to divide these in quarters? So in one shloka, we all know that we have 4 quarters in one shloka. So in every quarter, we have 8 letters when the shloka is having, shloka is in Anushtup Chanda, Anushtup meter. When the shloka is in Trishtup meter, that is having one quarter is having, each quarter is having 11 syllables. That's why when I say Evam Satata Yukta Ye, that finishes faster. And when I say Niramana Moha Jita Sanga Dosha, that finishes later. That takes some time because it is having 11 letters. It has some exceptions also, and that is given in the PDF. In which shlokas in Bhagavad Gita we have some Indra Vajra also, Pendra Vajra also. That is just sometime in Trishtup Chanda we have 10 letters in a quarter, sometimes 12 letters in a quarter. That is called exception. Exception is always there. So that is exception only, but we have majorly used these 2 chandas only, Anushtup Chanda and Trishtup Chanda. Yes. Next slide, please. So we have covered, first concept was places of articulation. Second concept was avagraha. Third concept was meter. Now fourth concept is aghat. We are covering all the concepts when we get so many questions, and we are seeing slowly all the concepts so that we would not be having left with the questions. Yes, let's see. If you have, you can ask. Rules for aghat. Yes, aghat is, we say stress, very famous in our classes. Aghat makes our pronunciation very beautiful. Everything is having in Sanskrit and in grammar its own importance. But in aghata, when we don't pronounce with the aghat, when we don't give proper stress, that is okay, that is beautiful. But that becomes more beautiful when we are using aghat all the perfectly everywhere. As if I take one shloka, any shloka, let's see 12th chapter, 11th shloka. Athai tadapya shaktosi kartum madyogamashratah sarva karma phalatyagan tatah kuruyatatmavan. So This was with the stress. Now I will recite without this. Athai tadapyashak. Actually, that is practice, so I can't recite without the stress. But if I recite, अथै तदप्यशक्तोऽसि कर्तुं मद्योगमाश्रितः सर्वकर्मफलत्यागं ततः कुरु यतात्मवान्. Even I can't stay at one letter. So that is not Karnapriya when we listen that shloka, when we hear that shloka. So Aghat gives a beauty to the shloka pronunciation, to pronunciation of any verse, to pronunciation of any Sanskrit, Gadya or Padya, poetry or prose. That is another matter. So this is Aghata. For Aghat, we have some specific rules. There are so many rules. But in a gist, we have taken some rules, some major rules, so that it becomes complete when we see the Gītā Parivar PDFs. We have given a pink line over the letters where we need to give the Aghat, where we need to give the stress. Yes. So, stress rule is when we have some joint letter and before the joint letter, we have some vowel, some swara there. Then we give stress over that swara. And what we will do? In that joint letter, we have two letters. In those two letters, first letter, we will make that double. And when we will make that double, we will take one letter from this and we will join with that swara, with that vowel. That is perfect Aghat. How to give? Madyogamashritah. So mad yoga, and mama prapyaiva kaunteya. So mama prapyaiva, mama, that is one word, prapyaiva. So in pra, this is joint letter. We have two letters here, pa and second is ra, pra, pa and ra. A is also there, but that is swara. So we are not counting that. We have two consonants. When there are two consonants, we will be just counting that for joint letter. So here we have pa and ra. So what we are going to do? We are going to give stress over a. If we are getting the question in mama, we have ma, that is consonant. Why we are giving stress over that? So that is not the thing. In level 1 grammar, we have seen this in detail. In Rama, ma is not the last letter, but the a is the last letter. So in mama, we have ma plus dirgha a, the longer a, then again ma, then the shorter a, hresva a. So we have 4 letters in mama. So last letter is a. So that is swara. So we have condition applied here. We have one joint letter also, pra, and before the pra we have one swara, one vowel. So we are going to give stress over that vowel. What we will be doing? We will make that pa double. We will take one pa from that pra and we will join that pa with that a. Mamap, mamap, mamap. We will say like this. So mamap prapyaiva. Easiest method to recite this stress. We will never be facing any problem. Sometimes we can't make that double. Just kaunteyam. So how to make that na double and join with the au? So kaununu, and that is not. Sometimes we just recite the letters and we give little stress. That is fine. Every time we can't make that double. That is also the thing we have to note that is written in our scriptures only. Every time we can't make that double, we are just giving little stress, that is enough. So mama prapyaiva, mama prapyaiva. We will not take any pause. So that will become perfect stress. Mama prapyaiva kaunteya, mama prapyaiva prapyaiva. Here also, mama prapyaiva, pya, pa plus ya. We will make the pa double. Mama prapyaiva kaunteya. So this is the Aghat rule. And in this is just a common condition. Here we have some exceptions. What are the exceptions? When we have in that joint letter, when we have both the letters same, double ta, double ya, double sa, double ra, something like that. We will not be giving stress as utteshtha. So here we have double ta, maya veshya, double ya. We will not be giving any stress because that is very that comfortably comes, that is automatically coming there. So we are not applying that as a rule. Uttishta, when we have in joint letter, both the letters same, that is one condition. Second condition where we are not going to give stress, that is when we have in joint letter 3 letters joint, 3 letters combined. So, bhaktya, kritsnam, we are not giving stress. 3 letters together, that is second condition. Third condition is when in joint letter we have first letter as ha or ra. Guhyatamam paryupasate. Sometimes we just start the motorcycle and that doesn't come in my pronunciation actually, so I am in safe zone. But whenever it comes in my anyone's pronunciation, we have to correct that, because that is not paryupasate, that is not a motorcycle. We have to control that, and that is only paryupasate. Paryupasate. So whenever in joint letter we have ra or ha as a first letter, we are not giving stress over that. These are the 3 exceptions for the Aghat rule. One more rule is there. As we are in level 2, we are capable to understand those rules. So I am just explaining in short. That is, whenever we have in joint letter, whenever the first letter is any groups, we have 5 groups, 5 consonants groups, ka group, cha group, ta group, ta group, pa group. We have 5 groups. In these 5 groups, when in that joint letter, the first letter is one of the words from this, the second word or fourth word from any of these groups, second or fourth. So we will not be making that first word double. If it is second or fourth word of that group, we will be converting that into first one. Actually, we don't need to do anything there. That is an automatic process, but it is just for our understanding. As we say, vyakhya. We have an example given on this screen. Vyakhya. So in kya, we have kha plus ya. So we should make the kha double. So double kha, but we are not, when we are pronouncing vyakhya, automatically when we are making some letter, the first letter double, that is not the kha, that is actually ka. Vyakhya. We are not doing anything. That is an automatic process. That is automatically coming. This is just for our information. Whenever that is second letter, see, kha is second letter of ka group. So we are making the ka double. Vyakhya. Vyakhya. And here again, krudhyati. So krudhyati. Here we have dha plus ya. Here also we are not making the dha double, but we are making the da double. Dha, ta, tha, da, dha. Fourth letter. So fourth letter we are making the double. Third word, third letter we are taking. We are not taking the fourth letter. We are taking the third letter. When it is fourth one, we will take third one. When we have second one, we will take first one. Okay, as in Vyakhya, we have second word, we are taking first letter. So second letter, when we have second letter as first in joint letter, we will make the double first letter of that group. When we have fourth letter in that joint letter coming first, so we will be making third letter double. That is the Aghat rule. Let's move on to the next slide. Yes, finally it is coming from level 1. We are getting so many questions again and again asking for why it is coming sa, why here coming ra, why here this is coming, that is coming. And every time everyone says in level 2 grammar we will be learning. Finally the time has come for us in level 2 to learn Visarga Sandhis. Visarga Sandhis are so deep and that is so Vistrit, I can say, that is there is so much. But how much I need to learn Gita, that we will be seeing here. So in our grammar PDF, we have 8 rules that is combined in 3 rules here. In PPT, we can see. In 3 rules, I will be telling all the Visarga Sandhis. So that will be That is gonna very much easier for us. So we don't need to hesitate. We don't need to feel anything that I would be understanding or not. That is easy one. Just it will take some practice. So let's focus and let's see what are these rules. Visarga Sandhi 1. Visarga Sandhi has so many sutras. That's why we have not taken the grammar sutras, but we have all the sutras available if we search. So Visarga Sandhi 1. That is Visarga when gets converted into O. That is first Visarga Sandhi condition. Here we are getting two sandhis, two conditions, and that is one thing when Visarga gets converted into O. You can if you are taking the notes, you can just write when Visarga gets converted into O. Two conditions, 1 and 2. First is when the first, you see, whenever we are separating the words, we have two words, and in two words we have first word ending with visarga, then starting second word. So we need three things: visarga, the letter before the visarga, and the letter after the visarga. For visarga sandhi and for swara and vyanjan, all the sandhis, we will need these three letters all the time. Visarga, letter before the visarga, letter after the visarga. Three things. So here, if the visarga is at some place, before the visarga is a, short a. After the visarga also, there is short a. Then visarga gets converted into O, as we can see the example. Atha prathamodhyayaha. Prathamodhyayaha. When we separate this word, we have two words there. Prathamaha adhyayaha. Prathamaha adhyayaha. You see, prathamaha. We have visarga. Before the visarga, prathamaha. Maha, ma plus a plus visarga. So we have a before the visarga, we have a after the visarga. Then visarga gets converted into O. Now we don't have this H, H having a dot. So we don't have visarga anymore. That visarga is replaced with O. Sometimes what happens? Something added when the sandhi happens. Sometimes it gets converted. So O is replacing the visarga here. We will not be reciting at atha prathamaha odhyayaha. No, not like that. Prathamodhyayaha. Visarga is now gone from this place. Visarga is not there. Only O is there. So when we join that again and when we recite, so prathamaha adhyayaha becomes prathamodhyayaha. Visarga is not there. Prathamodhyayaha. Atha prathamodhyayaha. When I am telling prathamodhyayaha, when we are hearing this, by hearing only we can get there is one avagraha. Atha prathamodhyayaha. We are getting there is one visarga. There is one avagraha given. So prathamodhyayaha. O with avagraha or O without the avagraha. Both are fine. There is no problem. So first condition is when before the visarga is also rasva a, short a. After the visarga also short a. Then visarga gets converted into O. Then comes the second condition. When before the visarga there is a, and after the visarga there is some mridu vyanjan, soft consonants, soft letters. What are these mridu vyanjanas? What are these soft letters? In your PDF also it is written. Soft letters are in all these 5 groups, the third, fourth, fifth letter, ya, ra, la, va, and ha. So, third, fourth, fifth letter of that group, of every consonant group, and ya, ra, la, va, ha. These are mridu vyanjanas. These are soft consonants, soft letters. So whenever before the visarga there is short a, and after the visarga there is soft letter, mridu varna, mridu vyanjana, then also visarga gets converted into O. As we see the example, दुराचारः भजते. Duracharah bhajate. Just a second. Duracharah bhajate. Here we have visarga, and before the visarga we have a, hrasva a, and after the visarga bha. And let's check where is the bha. Pa, pha, ba, bha. Fourth letter. So every group, third, fourth, fifth letter is mridu vyanjana, the soft consonant. So bha is coming into that category only. Then the visarga will be converted into o. Duracharah bhajate. It will become duracharo bhajate. Duracharo bhajate, like this. Yes. Next condition. This is first condition when visarga gets converted into o, and before the visarga is the short a, after the visarga is also short a. Second condition is before the visarga there is short a, and after the visarga there is any soft consonant, mridu vyanjana. Then at both the places visarga will get converted into o. Yes, visarga sandhi 2. Let's see the second sandhi. Here the second rule is visarga gets invisible. That is called lop in grammar language. Lop. That has got invisible. As we can say, dinosaurs are no more. Dinosaurs are lupta. That lupta and lop is same thing. That is not there. That has got invisible. Vanished from that place. So second condition is when visarga disappears from there. So what are these two conditions? When before the visarga we have short a, and after the visarga any vowel except short a. First they are telling okay, you come, and after they are telling you go from here and we will take all the vowels. So they are making that condition before the visarga hrasva a, the short a, and after the visarga any except short a. Just get the difference. Then this visarga gets not converted into anything, but visarga disappears from that place. As we say, Mayye Vamana Adhatsva in 12th chapter, 2nd shloka, Mana Adhatsva. And when we see Anvay Gītā, we get the question, here it is written Manaha Adhatsva. In the shloka it is written Mana Adhatsva. What is right? So that is because of sandhi. In shloka, all the letters, all the words are with the sandhi. And in Anvay Gītā, we have separated words in below of that shloka. There we have Manaha Adhatsva, because we are giving actual word. What is there? So that is Manaha Adhatsva. But before the visarga, we have Mana A. A is there, hrasva A. And after the visarga, there is A, dirgha A. So that is not hrasva A. So condition applies vowel except hrasva A. That comes here. Condition is applying here. Visarga disappears. Mana adhatsva. This is first condition. Second condition is before the visarga there is dirgha A. Dirgha A, the longer A. And after the visarga, some any vowel or any soft consonant. Any vowel, it can be any, not except any, but all the vowels, and the soft consonants or the soft consonant mridu vyanjanas. So if any of these letters comes before or after the visarga disappears. How? Let's check. Maya Mayaya pahitagnyanaha asuram bhavamashitaha. So Maya pahitagyanaha. That is dirgha. That is bahuvachan. In bahuvachan, in plural form, Maya pahitagyanaha. But when in shloka we read that Maya pahitagyana asuram bhavamashitaha, visarga is not there, because visarga is disappeared. Visarga has got disappeared because of the sandhi. Maya pahitagyana. Before the visarga there is dirgha A. Yes, first condition is there before the visarga. After the visarga there is dirgha A. So any vowel it can be. Condition applies, visarga disappears, maya kahta jnana. This is second visarga sandhi, before the visarga and after the visarga. If before the visarga a is there and after the visarga any vowel except short a, visarga disappears. Second is when before the visarga we have dirgha a and after the visarga there is any vowel or any soft consonant, visarga will disappear. Second sandhi. Let's see the third sandhi. Yes. Third is visarga sandhi, where here the condition is visarga gets converted into ra. Dvandvair vimukta sukha dukkha sangya dvandvair vimuktaha. So dvandvaihi vimuktaha. We will check that condition also here in 15th chapter, 5th shloka. Nirmana moha jita sanga dosha adhyatma nitya vinivritta kama dvandvair vimukta sukha dukkha sangyair. Again that ra. Gacchantya. Dvandvair, that ra. Dvandvair vimuktaha sukha dukkha sangyair. Again that ra. So both having that visarga only, visarga has got converted into ha. Ra. So let's see this rule also. If before the visarga any vowel except hrasva a or dirgha a, hrasva a or dirgha, except that if any vowel is coming and after the visarga if any vowel or any mridu vyanjana, any soft consonant is coming, visarga will get converted into rep, ra. Second is, if before the visarga there is, yes, harihi gacchati, harihi agacchati. Okay, here only one condition we have. We have two examples given for this. Let's see. Harihi agacchati. These are the two words. Harihi agacchati. It means hari is coming. Harihi agacchati. So before the visarga we have e. It means vowel except the a or a. Okay, condition applies. After the visarga, any vowel. So dirgha a, that is also vowel. Condition applies. So what will happen? H, that visarga will get converted into ra. So what will become after the sandhi? What word we will get? Hariragacchati. Harihi agacchati becomes hariragacchati. 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 Because visarga has got converted into ra, and when we join that ra with dirgha a, because of that sandhi, so hari agacchati becomes hariragacchati. Hariragacchati. Just remove that dot h and put that r there. This is one example. Second is for soft consonant, because we have given two, any vowel or any soft consonant. So let's see in harihi gacchati, it means hari is going. Harihi gacchati. Harihi. Before the visarga, yes, there is any vowel except a and a. Yes, there is e. And after the visarga, there should be some soft consonant. Soft consonants are every third, fourth, fifth letter of the group. Here we have ga. So in ka group, ka, kha, ga. Ga is third letter. Condition applies. What will happen? The visarga will get converted into ra. Changed. This is third condition. Is there a fourth condition also? Yes. This, yes, many times we see this. Here what happens if before the visarga any vowel is there, any swara, and after the visarga if cha and cha, these two letters are there, then visarga gets converted into talavya shakara. Sha. Sha. Talavya shakara. If before the visarga any vowel is there and after the visarga ta and tha is there, so visarga will get converted into sha. Murdhanya shakara. Murdhanya shakara. And if after the visarga ta or tha is there, the visarga will get converted into sakara, dantavya sakara. It depends after the visarga what is there. If ta and tha, visarga will get converted into sakara, dantavya sakara. If that is cha and cha, visarga will become sha, talavya shakara. And if after the visarga there is ta, so visarga will get converted into sha, that murdhanya shakara. This is one sandhi, and next sandhi is not given here because we have already seen in level 1. If after the visarga there is ka or kha, visarga gets converted into jivva muli, that kha sound. Maitrah karuna evacha. If after the visarga ka or kha is there, or if after the visarga pa or pha is there, visarga will get converted into upadmaniya, that is Sanskrit, that is grammar word term. Upadmaniya, that is pha sound, not exactly pha, but pha sound. Ramah patati, Ramah tataf padam, that sound. So these two conditions are also there, but that is in level 1. So we have covered today. First was places of articulation, second was avagraha, third was the meters, and fourth is aghata, fifth all the visarga sandhis. In visarga sandhis we have seen some topics. First, actually 5 conditions. First condition, when visarga gets converted into o. Second condition, when visarga gets converted into visarga disappears. Third condition is when visarga gets converted into ra. Fourth condition is when visarga gets converted into sa, sha and sha. Fifth condition is when visarga gets converted into jivvamuli and upadmaniya. Very easy. In 5 lines we can summarize these rules. So not need to, if we want to know the details, we can go through the document. If not every time, so just take 5 lines with you. Anytime you see visarga sandhi, you just apply any of these rules. You will get that what rule is applied here. So yes, we are done with today's session. Gita परिवार से आई आवाज, धन्यवाद. Thank you so much. Now if anyone is having any question, just raise your hand and switch on your videos. You can ask your questions directly. Yes, one by one we will be adding. Damyanti ji, can you please switch on your camera?
Okay.
Yes.
Ma'am, I have a quick question.
Yes, please.
Arjuna Uvacha are 2 separate words. Arjuna with Visarga plus Uvacha. Bhagavan Uvacha is one word. Why do we have those differences? Both
Yes,
end in N.
Yeah, I got your question. Actually, what happens there in Arjuna Uvacha, Arjuna Uvacha, that is na is with a, and that is Arjuna. Visarga sandhi is there. Visarga has got disappeared. The second condition we seen today. So second condition, first Visarga sandhi is there. Visarga disappears. That's why we have 2 separate words. But in Bhagavan Uvacha, na is half. Bhagavan Uvacha. So na is joining with u. Bhagava Nuvacha. Na is half and u is swara. Whenever we have one consonant and one vowel together, that can't be separated. That has to be together. So when we write together Bhagavan Uvacha and Arjuna Uvacha, that is Visarga Sandhi. We have 2 words.
Okay. Thank you, Didi. Thank you so much.
Yes, Sharvaji, please ask your question.
Jai Shri Krishna.
Jai Shri Krishna.
I didn't understand the meaning of Visarga.
Visarga is 2 dots after the letters. Sometimes in 12th shloka, evam satata yukta ye bhakta swam paryupasate ye chapyaksharam avyaktan teshanke yoga vittamaha. that with tamaha after, at the end of that first shloka, we have 2 dots. That is visarga. That is a specific term. Okay,
And
in
I
chemistry
didn't
we have
understand
this specific term. Yes, sorry.
I didn't understand the meaning of Verna.
Varna is letter, syllable. Okay. Yes. Padma ji.
Jai Sri Krishna, madam.
Jai Shri Krishna.
In third adhyay, 42 sloka, Indriyani paranyah, Indriyebhyah param manah. In that sloka, Indriyani paranyah. We pronounce.
Let's apply the third condition we seen today. When visarga gets converted into ra.
Okay. Here the third condition. Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Yes, third condition. You see how easy it is when we have the only 5 conditions to remember. Whenever we have anything, we have to just check these 5 lines. You will get that. There is third condition.
In the next line, manasastu para buddhir, yo buddhir paratastu saha.
Again, the same condition.
Yo. Yeah, soft.
Before the visarga, we have any vowel other than hrasva a or dirgha a, and after the visarga, there can be any vowel or any soft consonant. Okay.
Here the yo is.
So that will get visarga will get converted into ra.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Yes. Lakshmi ji, please ask.
Shri Krishna Didi. You just mentioned about soft consonants.
Yes.
What are the soft consonants?
Yes, that is also given in your documents, but in short, that is 3rd, 4th, and 5th letter in every group. As in ka group, 3rd is ga, gha, nga. That is 3rd, 4th, 5th. These 3 letters in every group. 3, 4, 5. Ya, ra, la, va, ha.
Ya,
ra, la, va, ha.
Okay.
Yes.
So
These are the soft consonants.
Okay. Thank you.
Mridu Vyanjanas. Yes, Om ji, please ask.
Didi, I don't understand what is sign of visarga, and I don't understand what is visarga sandhi.
When you don't understand even a visarga or visarga sandhi, how to explain?
The meaning of sandhi, I don't
You
understand.
just study the shlokas. Whatever you are learning, you just memorize the shlokas. Visarga is a letter. In every, whenever we are reading A, B, C, D, we have specific letters in there. Here also in Sanskritam, in this Varnamala, we have specific letters. One letter is visarga. 2 dots after the letter. That is visarga. And when some change is there because of the before letter, the previous letter, and the after letter. So that is called visarga sandhi. When it gets converted into something, there is some change. Okay. Yes. SV Lakshmi ji. Yes, someone removed. Yes, Bhupendra ji, please ask your question. Bhupendra ji, please unmute. I have sent you a request on your screen. There must be a pop-up to unmute.
Unmute.
Yes.
In first adhyay, 47th sloka, last 3rd and 4th stanzas, Vrisujya sasarai chapam shoka sambhikta manasa. It is some or some. And what is the difference between some and some?
Samvigna manasaha.
Yes.
There, that is specific. That is actually a perfect rule there. If between the word we have anuswara, and after the anuswara, if there is va, so at the place of anuswara we will be getting anunasik va. So samvigna. Samvigna, that is Anunasikva.
And when ma comes, when some is coming.
Ma is not actually coming anywhere.
Anyway.
Until we have some pa varga. If there is some, you see, as kampana, we have kam, we have anuswara, and after anuswara there is pa. Then anuswara is getting converted into ma. That is kampana. That is exact sound. This is samvigna. That is anuswara, and after the anuswara there is va. Anunasik va will be coming there.
Okay, thank you.
Yes. Shiva Rama Krishnanji. Yes.
Jai
Please.
Shri Krishna. See,
Jai Shri
this
Krishna.
22nd shloka in 8th chapter. Okay. There is, in the PDF it is given as Yasyanta, then that Visarga is there. Yasyantaha, then Sthani. It's not
Yes.
joined. Why?
Visarga is there. That is actually a method of writing in Sanskritam.
But
We can
it's
just
not
explain
joined.
that
No,
as a method only.
it's not necessary that it should be
And
joined.
you see, we have Sukh Dukkha. So in Dukkha also, when we write, we just put a Visarga. That is not joined.
Correct.
So
Yeah.
that is a method of writing in Sanskritam. We have some specific words for that.
Acha. So it will remain like that only. No question
Yes,
of
it will
joining.
remain like that. That's why we are not putting disa in bracket, because
There's
that is
nothing in
one
bracket.
word.
That's why I'm asking
Yes,
you. There's nothing
that
in
is
bracket.
one word. That is one word. We are not breaking the words.
Oh, that's one word. So like Sukha,
Yes.
Dukkha. That after that do we put one Visarga.
Yes,
Like that.
yes.
Okay,
Dukkha is
okay.
one word.
Yeah. Okay, thank you.
Yes.
Jai Shri Krishna, Rupal Didi. This session has been very, very informative. Thank you so much. I just wanted you to please revisit the meter thing when we do the chanda, right? That's the meter, right? Chanda. Can you just take us quickly through that again? I mean,
We have so many meters, but in Bhagavad Gita we just have 2 meters, Anushtup and Trishtup. In Anushtup we have 8 letters in a quarter, and in Trishtup we have 11 letters in a quarter. This is the difference.
Thank you.
When we count these letters, we don't count the half letters. If you want to count in some shloka, you can just try, and you can contact me if you are not able to. You are getting some different count. You can ask me.
The shifting has been a little challenging when we shift from one chanda to the other, one thing to the
Yes,
other.
yes. In 15th chapter, we faced many times very much problem. When I started learning Gita, I tell you, in 2013, in 2012, actually, I joined Gita Parivar and I started learning Gita. In 2012, I only learned 12th chapter. And after that, with the inspiration of Ashu Bhaiya, I started learning for the chapters. And in 15th chapter, for 2 weeks, I was just practicing what is happening, why I'm not able to. Whenever I say Urdhva Moolam Adhas Chakam, I go with the same tone. Adhaschordham, Prasata, I go with a different tone again and again. But by listening Suvarna Kakiji's audio that time, and I was just keep practicing, I never left that comes. Now I will not be facing any problem to switch any lay.
Yes, I know. It's beautiful the way it shifts and we shift back. There are 2-3 tunes that we've seen in the Trishtup Chanda. We can take any one, right? I mean, that's
Yes,
all right.
anyone is fine.
Okay, while we
Yes.
need to decide, basically.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Rupal.
Yes, Tejaswini.
Krishna Didi. In 17th Adhyay, we'll get, I did not remember the sloka, Abhisandaya tu phalan. Why we'll get that Anuswaram as na?
Because after the Anuswara there is dha, ta, tha, da, dha. And if any of the ta group letter is coming, that will get converted into that Anunasik only, ta, tha, da, dha, na. Sandhaya.
Okay.
That
So
is only our problem. We
in...
started saying sansara. Sansara is not the proper word, but in Hindi we pronounce like that. So that is not sansara. Sandhaya is perfect. Sansara is not perfect. Samsara is perfect.
Even that Anuswaram is in the middle, we should take that Anunasik according to that.
Yeah, that is must. That is must.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, Nandini ji, Jai Shri Krishna. Please unmute.
I'm here to see you say hello, just like last time. I was attending Hindi class today, Narayan Bhaiya.
Yes.
And I live in between to come to say hello and like listen some other people question so we can get more and more. Just my request is you keep continue explaining and explaining, even though if we don't get and everything.
You will be sitting, others will leave. Okay, I'm going to Didi. Bye.
Okay. Yeah. So, but my silly question: are you taking any session of the Gita chanting?
Not actually, but in July L1, yeah, I'm planning to take a session. I will be taking a class.
So how
level
do we,
1?
How
Level
do
1.
we? Yes, we want to be rejoined, but like, how do we know?
Well, there is a will, there is a way. You can search. I don't know how to know.
Like, which one is your batch number? How do we know?
You can contact me. Right now, I'm not allocated to any group. That is our trainer department's job. So I will be asking them to allot me a batch.
But how I will reach it to you to get my answer?
You will get it soon. You can see chat box. You can contact me and I will just tell you.
Okay.
Yes. Thank you, Nandini ji.
I will.
Yes. Yes, Mamta ji.
Jai Shri Krishna, Rupandiji. The
Jai Shri
session was
Krishna.
very good. And I wanted to ask you that in the shloka, Sarvatra Gam Chinting Cha. Then is it okay? I'm pronouncing.
Again, can you please pronounce it?
Sarvatra Gam Chinting Cha.
Yes, everything is fine. Just gam chintyancha. Ma is going little soft. Gama chintyancha. Ma should be complete.
Sarvatra Gama Chinting. And just that answer is pronounced as yan, na? Sarvatra Gam.
Yes, Chintincha is perfect. Anusar pronunciation is perfect. There's no problem. Sometimes we just twist our tongue, Chintyancha. We say like that to know, yes, there is nya, not the na. But Chintyancha is perfectly fine. We say pancha, not pancha. So pancha is fine, Chintyancha is fine. Okay?
Thank you so much.
Yes. There is one question in chat box. In Aghat, 2 lines. The second line, if it is 1 line, how to pronounce it? Like in Pushpika, we have Brahma Vidyayam Yoga Shastre Shri, Shastre Shri, Shastre Shri, like this. And even if it is in 2 lines, but that is a continuous sentence. So we have to give Aghat over that. Yes. Any other question, or we can just end today's session? Level 2 grammar, very soon we will be having level 3 grammar session also. Not level for level 2 people, but level 3 and level 4. Everyone can join. Yes, now we can end. Yes, Usha Kumari ji. Please unmute if you have any question.
Didi, why we have different tunes in Anushtup Chandas and Tri?
Because of the letter difference. Because of the letter
Oh.
difference. We have 8 letters in Anushtup and in Trishtup we have 11 letters. How you will be finishing that in same tone and in same time? You need more time for that.
Shifting to one chandas to another chandas is difficult to me.
Abhyasena tu kaunteya vairagyena cha grihiyate. Again and again I'm telling the same thing told by the Lord in Bhagavad Gita. Abhyasena. With the practice we will be getting everything. Whatever you want to do, we will be able to do that.
Okay. Thank you, Didi. Thank you.
Yes, we also needed very much practice to learn Gita. when after learning 6 chapter, after memorizing 6 chapters, then starts, when you start reciting the shloka, you will be taking third quarter from some shloka, fourth quarter from another shloka, second quarter some second chapter. This happens 12th chapter, 5th chapter, second chapter, 18th chapter. Mixing starts after learning, after memorizing 6 chapters. But with the practice, everything is possible, everything is easy also. With the practice, that comes. Yes, we are done with all the questions. Let's end today's session. Someone has asked, can we take printout of the grammar class? Yes, please. I'm again and again asking to take printout, and with practice with that printout only. That will be easier for you. Yes, let's do the prarthana and end today's session. Yogesham Satchidanandam Vasudevam Rajapriyam Dharma Samsthapakam Veeram Krishnam Vande Jagadgurum. Krishnam Vande Jagadgurum. Jai Shri Krishna, everyone. Keep practicing, keep learning Gita, keep try to live Gita, keep try to spread Gita. From 11th July, we are the 19th batch of L1 is starting. So you can just register more and more people in that batch. You can just share, gift this Gita class to someone, give.learngita.com. Schools can also register with the groups.learngita.com. And if anyone is interested to learn Gita, you can just share the link, learngita.com, res.learngita.com. They can just register. This will be just Guru Dakshina to Gita Parivar. How many members we can join to this batch? How many members we can join with the Gita? 11th July, this batch is starting. So you can just contact everyone. We should take a pledge that 5 members I will be joining in this batch. Yes, take the target, start working on that, try to achieve that, because we are also taking the pledge and we are also working on our targets only. So let's end today's session. Pratna we have already done. Ending. Jai Shri Krishna. सभी को शुभकामनाएं. Kavita Didi, we can end.